Greetings, everybody, and it is a beautiful fall day here in Texas, and I'm just sitting outside listening to the water from my pool, just trying to get into my Zen, kind of like what I call my Zen place, just contemplation, meditation. So I thought I'd share some of my meditations with you on Okonami. Now, one thing that was on my mind recently is with the chart, it feels like it's about getting to a point where it's, I think, a triple bottom, and it's actually looking pretty good. It's still about 375% above where it came out about 3 months ago. Stealth launch, of course. Okinami is the latest talk on the internet. We're starting to trend more on Twitter, and we're still not quite trending on YouTube. That's the goal here. So I need your support here, liking, supporting with comments, shares, subscriptions. Okay, so getting back to what I was saying, the chart's actually doing quite well, 375% since the stealth launch, and people are really talking about the connection of Okonami to the Ethereum Foundation ETH Genesis wallet. There's some deep pocket wallets. I saw one in the Telegram, link in the description. The Telegram person shared a wallet address in the not that long ago, about a week or so ago, and in that Telegram message with the copy of the address, Etherscan, we were talking about some very deep pockets with the transactions about 4 years ago with the Okonami deployer wallet. 4 years of planning for something must be huge, because there's like one wallet with like 1.9, going to be soon $2 billion in Ethereum in current pricing, I think. It was a lot. There was a lot of Ethereum in there, to the tune of, I don't know, thousands. Anyway, cumulatively with these various wallets, not just one, but one with 1.9 billion, and others with quite a bit of Ethereum in them. Only can assume maybe payment for the devs. These could be devs that have been working on this for 4 years, and it would make sense to have worked on this for 4 years, because that's how long it took you to do a lot of the work. And so a lot of these things are ready to come out very soon after launch. So we're going to see a roadmap and a white paper sometime probably before 2023. What a Christmas present. Now we're in the holidays. Just finished Halloween. Happy Halloween. Actually, happy All Hallows Eve today, November 1st. Fed FOMC, possible 0.5, 0.75 rate hike, and then probably statement saying that we're starting to level out. The aggressive rate hiking is no longer going to be needed in the short-term vision that we have for the very unstable post-COVID economy. Economics are definitely coming into play right now, but it's a good time for crypto to start to reverse and get out of this bottom. Not quite in a bull market. There's too much trepidation, so we'll go sideways for a while, and then you're just going to see, I think, some moves indicating this is a strong bottom where we're at. Besides the technical analysis and all that, in the meta market, the whole market, broad market, Bitcoin, Ethereum, we're looking at a good time for these devs, maybe after 4 years of working on this thing, to release it. They're going to show us the outline of, all the things they have planned, what they're going to do in the next months and years. That's what a roadmap does, and I'm sure there'll be an AMA at some point. They're going to have to be revealing some people at some point. They can't just continuously be anonymous and quiet. So the dev's going to speak when they're ready. Okay, just be patient and accumulate at these great prices. A third of a penny is really good. Be happy you can buy more if you really believe in this project. But I wanted to end in saying this. There's something about these devs. I really think there's a connection to Vitalik Buterin They have something special that they created. When I say special, it's very, to me, as I do very much follow and share in the best practices I can of Zen Buddhism. I feel like there's some connections a lot with these Eastern philosophies, which are very good. And we're in an age of the East and the West crossing over, and we're learning so much from the East and West. But having tried to practice Zen Buddhism as much as I can, and I'm a poor student, but I still, it's more how I would live my life, I guess, than any other thing. And I don't consider it a religion, it's just more of a way of life. Anyway, this Ryoshi concept, whether Sukha or whatever the other ones out there, I'm not going to necessarily keep picking on Sukha, Daruma, whatever the case. Buy Daruma, sell the news. Daruma's doing awful on the chart, just like Shib though. Sukha seems to be trading really close in line with Okonami. I'm noticing some trend patterns in the chart between Sukha and Okonami. They tend to go up and down together within an interval. One might be ahead of the other, kind of like Bitcoin and Ethereum. I don't know if necessarily I don't think they're the same development, but I think they both share in the same spirit of Ryoshi. I do believe now, I have a fairly strong feeling that one of the devs who's either still with Shib or left Shib is the dev of the Sukha project, and then I think just Vitalik Buterin in his group circle, there's some folks there that are the Okinami devs. A little bit more. And what is more, the ERC20 blockchain, Ethereum, sort of like the babies of Ethereum, the things that branch off the successful other projects, layer 2 or whatnot. Shiba Inu obviously being a big one. With the ERC20 tokens, like the dog coins being big, there's something to be said there. When Shiba Inu came out, it was a huge success. And I love the Shiba Inu story. It made lots of people, probably people had very little even, possible millionaires. Shiba Inu came out with this Ryoshi character, we'll just say for now, entity, as I'd say. And the development team of Ethereum, Vitalik Buterin, had a close affinity, I believe, with Ryoshi, and he got a lot of, half of the tokens, I believe, of the Shib project that ballooned in his wallet, and he gave almost $1 billion to India and burned the other half of his supply, and he had a lot of money. He obviously didn't keep it for himself. He did something very much in the spirit of Ryoshi, what Ryoshi would want. But as a result of that, that launch was a launch pad for Shib to just explode. And that was a rumor that went around for a while, was not confirmed for quite some time, but just on the rumor, it went through the roof. Shiba Inu then, from the rumor into the facts being verified and validated, even went up more, okay, in a short span of time. And just will always be talked about because it's a legendary crypto project. These all altcoins, meme coins, community tokens are starting to burgeon and grow out of the ERC20 ecosystem, and we are entering into a new phase now, proof of stake with Ethereum. So I'm wondering, once Shibarium comes out, Shibarium's supposed to be coming out soon for Shiba Inu, which is another blockchain, its own means, its own way of being gas, using Shib as gas and other things, being part of the ecosystem that all benefits Shib. It's going to be using other tokens, the bone, the leash. Shibarium is going to be its own solution in the blockchain, and it's going to be huge. Shiba Inu is really going up a lot right now, from when it bottomed here, and we see a little bit here and there popping, and it's dropping. People just anticipating Shibarium. We don't know how good it's going to be. If Shibarium comes out, it's going to be, if it's working and it's really good, it's going to send Shib crazy bull run. Once Bitcoin, Ethereum obviously start to go through a bull run, everything's going to start, all the coins tend to go up. High tide lifts all boats. And it's funny that the whole saying, a high tide lifts all boats, and Okonami's imagery with the great wave off Kanagawa, and great wave by the, in short, by Hokusai. And this imagery is very powerful, and it evokes quite a bit, especially if you understand the artwork. I'm also an artist, in addition to what I've done in my past. You can see in the description, my bio. The meaning behind this painting is rather significant. There's a reason. It's there for a reason. It's very deliberate. Everything's going to be very deliberate and timed when it's meant to be timed. But in the spirit of Ryoshi, being the fisherman, the patient fisherman catches the biggest fish. But we all could be fishermen, and there's a certain element of both fortune, like this good fortune, luck, but that's from the fruit of your labor, and that's based on who you recruit into the project. I'm trying to make some videos for y'all in Okonami to help recruit more people into this project to buy more. I mean, I'm not going to give financial advice. I'm not giving financial advice. I'm not giving investing advice. I'm not a financial advisor. All this is about is a speculation and covering a story, which obviously is in the spirit of the community, but also in the spirit of Ryoshi, is just to be honest. We're just going off what we see. We don't know for sure anything at this point, but we have evidence, and we're theorizing and making strong guesses and educated guesses and theories. Eventually this all becomes elucidated. It becomes clear, because the dev has to let the cat out of the bag. This is not going to sit here forever in the unknown territory that we're in. So just be patient and wait. We all can be Ryoshi. We all can share that common vision and just focus on how we can build a project and do something. Make a video. Go on TikTok. Go on wherever. Talk about it. You have to put yourself out on the line. If it fails, it fails, and you don't have to be embarrassed. Be like, well, it looked really good. All the things that were there for it. Okay. If it's hugely successful, you'll be hugely successful too. All investments, there's an element of probability one could be wrong, but that's why it's a bet on everything. It's in the end, it's always an investment. It's a gamble. It's not gambling per se, but all investments involve risk, and they're, in a sense, a gamble. If you gambled on Amazon early on, got it at, $3 a share, it was when nobody knew how big it was going to be. As with anything else, but crypto goes up very fast sometimes. You never know. You never know which one's the next 1000x gem. You just don't. Everything's a risk. That's why I can't even see how a financial advisor at this point, if one was a financial advisor, how they could say they're an expert with cryptos unless they've been doing this a long time. It's a new territory. It's a new frontier. This is the way information is going to start to be compartmentalized and sold as a commodity. Okay? Cyberspace, the internet is taking on its own aspect, its own dimension, in a sense, augmenting the real world. And cryptocurrency is going to be the currencies of the internet. This is bound to happen, but they just, governments are going to slow this shit down. It's just the way it goes. Excuse my French. This is the way it works. Then they regulate it, they tax it, and eventually this war in the Ukraine is going to end. Eventually the inflationary worries are going to start to subside. Because everything's uncertain. We're just in an age of great uncertainty. But one of the things that Zen will teach you in the art of Zen, when you're facing uncertainty, it's something you can't control. Well, all you can control is what is within you. And the only two things you can control every day, your attitude and your productivity, what you do. So every day, learn more, study more, become a good advocate for what you're into, whether it's Okonami or something else. You got to be a part of a strong community. And in order to build that community, you have to be a part of it. And you have to be a part by doing your part. I think everybody can do that. We all can be Ryoshi. I'm Ryoshi. You're Ryoshi. It's beautiful, man. I mean, think about it. We all can be Ryoshi. And that was a really enlightening thought that I had today. It made me really happy to think. And I think I'm really excited to see where this whole thing's going to go. I have a lot of faith in it. So I hope you do too. Done talking about Okonami today, but we'll talk more about it another day. Like, subscribe, share, comment, tell your friends about my channel and what we talk about here. And I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.